All right, welcome to Traveling with Bruce. How you doing, everybody? Bruce here with TWB. I want to talk to you about news coming out this morning from the Bahamas. We've got a major announcement, a major development, and this could have profound impacts on travel because this is a reflection of really what is going on out there. Thank you, those of you who are subscribing to Traveling with Bruce, giving my video thumbs ups, all my videos. Thank you very much. Also, I love your comments. Thanks for following me on Facebook, Instagram. Thank you for visiting my RedBubble Store, link down below, picking up TWB merchandise. And thank you to those of you who have become sponsor members of TWB, sponsor members of Traveling with Bruce, where you're hanging out with me Monday night, 7 o'clock, for an exclusive show for sponsor members only. We have a lot of fun there. Look into that too. All right, let's talk about the Bahamas here. This is a big deal. Let me show you a map of what I'm talking about. Here it comes right here. The map I want to show you is basically the private islands that are just within, 30 or 40 to 100 miles away from Miami. You can see Coco Cay and Ocean Cay or Ocean Key, whatever you want to say it. The private beach for Carnival, Disney, Great Stirrup Cay, Princess Cay, Half Moon Cay. These have been the lifeblood of the cruise lines sailing out of Miami, Fort Lauderdale, Port Canaveral, Tampa. They incorporate a stop here. They don't use a lot of fuel, these cruise ships. They get to control the environment when the customers get here. It's absolutely been perfect. Look at this shot here from Disney. You've got the ship here with all of its onboard amenities, and here you are at Castaway Cay with all the water activities and the loungers and the onshore fun. Oh my gosh. I mean, for families, you can't beat this. You cannot beat this. There's a reason why Disney cruises are more expensive than other cruises, because this is what they can offer you. They offer you the luxury of the onboard experience followed by the wonderful shore experience. Problem is that today the Bahamas have banned Americans from coming to the Bahamas. I mean, I'm using a harsh term, banned, but the bottom line is that today's date is July the 20th. On July the 1st, the Bahamas opened up and wanted to allow Americans back in. And they were hoping that cruise ships would be able to start cruising again and come to these specific private islands and private getaways. But all for naught. It's already turned out to be a disaster. Travelers have flown in to Nassau and have spent some time at some of these resorts and private homes, B&Bs, Airbnbs, you name it. And guess what? The virus counts have risen sharply in the Bahamas in less than 2.5 weeks. And it's the bottom line. There are people who are traveling from the USA to the Bahamas who don't feel ill. They don't experience any fevers. They don't have any signs of the virus, but they have the virus because they don't know it, but they've got it. And they land in the Bahamas. They mix in with the locals, go to the restaurants, bars, and beaches and have a great time. And the next thing you know, locals who are getting tested, not feeling well, all of a sudden are coming down with the virus. And you put two and two together and you realize, oh my gosh, we're letting in these wonderful Americans into our country whom we adore. We love Americans. We need their money. We need their spending. They have a great time here. The problem is that if they don't know they have the virus because they can't get tested at home like they can in other countries, they're coming in here without realizing that they even have the virus, and they're super spreaders. And so today, the country just shut it right back down. They're not allowing Americans in. They'll still allow Canadians to fly in on direct flights. They'll allow direct flights in from Europe because the rates of infection are much lower and the tracing is totally sophisticated. But it's not going to happen. Check out this shot right here. This is a classic example of how dependent the Bahamas is. This is one of the resorts in Grand Bahama that got damaged by a hurricane over a decade ago. And here's a shot of what it once looked like and how fantastic it was, beachfront, everything. Well, Royal Caribbean bought this place along with the Mexican resort operator, and they're going to completely redo it to look something like this. It's going to have a water park in the back, all kinds of waterside attractions, its own pier for its own ships. It's the kind of money that cruise lines are willing to put into the island, and the island really appreciates it. Here's a gamble that had been made now, 20 plus years ago. This gamble has been made, maybe longer. The big development on Paradise Island, Atlantis, with its expansion. There's been all kinds of construction done ever since, and right now all of these resorts are empty. They're shut down, and they have reshut them down, and they have no date in the Bahamas, not a single date as to when we can come back. No idea, because they don't know. The Bahamas is looking at the U.S. going, when are you getting your act together and solving this problem, because we can't let you in. We can't afford to have our population become ill. We just don't have the medical facilities. Here's another example of the kind of money being spent by non-Bahamian investors. MSC built out this ocean reserve from basically a gravel type pit, and they're turning it into this. It's pretty well done now, but there are no tourists here. This is hundreds of millions of dollars you're looking at. Hundreds of millions of dollars, plus tons of jobs going forward to maintain this place. And unfortunately, it's not going to be utilized right now. Here is a shot from the Disney company. This is an artist rendition of the next Disney cruise destination at Lighthouse Point. And there aren't many illustrations available yet, but this is just one that I came across, and it's just going to be spectacular. Beautiful. It's a $400 million build-out for the Bahamas, plus hundreds of full-time jobs going forward that pay rather well. Here's another shot here from Virgin Voyages. They are building out and have built out in a place called Bimini a beach resort landing area for their adult-only cruise line, Virgin Voyages with the Scarlet Lady. But of course, our friends at Virgin Voyages, they have not had a single paying passenger yet because of the virus. And with the Bahamas having a full lockdown, basically, no Americans welcome at this point in time. There will be no cruises into the Bahamas. This is a big deal for cruise lines, again, because the islands are so close. There's the international waters, of course, which allows the cruise lines to turn on their slot machines in the casinos. Passengers then come on to shore to these private facilities. They buy their $8, $12 drinks, and the cruise lines make nothing but money because they've hardly burned any fuel to get here. It's less than 100 miles away. It's an international port, so under the Jones Act and all those technical rules that you have to go to a different country, you can't just sail from an American port to another American port. This has been a big deal. In the past, before the private islands, the cruise lines were forced to just come on into downtown Nassau and dock here and take your chances. Nassau, thankfully, are spending big money, and they are going to develop their downtown port area. But the question is, can they afford to pay the interest on the bonds and pay off the bonds before tourists arrive? I think they can. I think they will. This is the old look of what the downtown, has been looking like over the years that we've been here, been coming. They've had that, that downtown straw market and all the vendors, but they're going to change this out dramatically. This is not going to look like this anymore. We're going to have a very sophisticated $250 million build out of the dock facility. Here's a shot here of kind of what you're looking forward to going forward. Lots of pedestrian area cut off from the locals, where there won't be panhandlers, there won't be drug dealers down here. It'll be reserved for, let's say, guests of the cruise lines only, with amenities galore, including an outdoor stadium for outdoor concerts, for outdoor entertainment that the cruise lines will coordinate with the harbor. Then, of course, yacht owners will be able to bring their vessels in here, and it'll be upscale. So changes are coming for the better, but right now, unfortunately, the Bahamas are shut down to Americans because the virus is out of control in Florida. It's out of control in Texas, Arizona, California, and the list keeps growing. And until this virus is controlled, these Caribbean nations are going to shut down. And this is only the first. This is the Bahamas. Watch everyone else follow suit. Jamaica, Cayman Islands, St. Kitts, St. Martin. I mean, I'm trying to think of all of them. Grenada, all of them. They will all ban Americans from coming in, which means cruise lines are hooped because they're going to have trouble sailing in and out of Florida to come to these beautiful resorts down here. So, and I'm sorry to say this bad news on a Monday, but that's the way it is. Thanks all of you for your support of my channel, for following me, subscribing to my channel, thumbs ups, comments, and all of your support. I really do appreciate it. Join me Monday night, 7 o'clock for sponsor member live hangout show. Become one of those. And at 8 o'clock, the big live show where we talk cruise ship news every Monday night at 8 o'clock. I look forward to welcoming you there with me and the gang. Meantime, have a great week, everybody. Stay warm, stay safe, stay cool, stay happy, stay healthy. And we'll talk to you later, everybody. Bye for now.